We live in a world of social media and use it to communicate with friends, family, and sometimes people we don't even know. But what is it? Most of us think of social media as the big five: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. But social media covers many other digital tools, such as anywhere you have an online conversation, share photos or videos, or maybe comment on someone else's website or profile. And don't forget that email and SMS are also considered social media. There's great potential for the use of social media in school communities to achieve educational outcomes and as a means of communication. However, it's really important to understand there are also risks when using social media in a professional or personal setting, and it's important to be aware of ways to use social media safely. Now let's have a look at some do's and don'ts. Firstly, ensure your profile privacy settings are set appropriately. But remember, in social networks, your online privacy can be affected by others. Avoid lending any of your mobile devices to students, no matter how harmless the situation may seem. Never post anything that can be seen as offensive, bullying, harassing, or discriminatory, even if you think it's funny. Make sure what you say online is respectful and polite. Your online behaviour should demonstrate respect for the dignity of each person, just as it does at school. Take care what you share. Inappropriate remarks and images could damage the schools, a colleagues, a students, or your own reputation. Remember that what you communicate online is public for all the world to see. Avoid discussing confidential material and ensure you always respect copyright and privacy laws. Don't post any material that may be perceived as being made on behalf of the school or others, unless you have permission. This includes when you use the school's logo, trademarks, official photographs, or any other IP. As a valuable staff member, you're a representative of your school and a positive role model. On social media networks, if it's clear who you work for, be clear your views are only your own. If you are a teacher, you hold a unique position of influence and trust that should not be compromised. It's important to recognise that there are boundaries to your relationships with your students. It's recommended that you don't make connections on social media forums with students, recent former students, or parents of current students for your personal accounts, unless there is a valid context. Social media means the lines between our professional and personal worlds are no longer so defined. But following some common sense guidelines will protect your privacy as well as your schools and your students, and your work-life balance. A copy of the social media policy for staff, volunteers and contractors should be readily available to all from your school.